The following Private Investigations Book Read Aloud podcast episode is being voiced over by actor-producer Sydney Rowan, who portrays PI character Rachael Meng. LV55 Media LLC presents Private Investigations Read Alouds, a chronological scene-by-scene read-through of the Private Investigations Book 1 and Book 2 novel for the viewing community. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Rachael, still involved in her phone conversation, continues. The earliest I can possibly come home to visit you and Dad would be in the middle of next month. I still have some frequent flyer miles left. No, I'll have to check, she says, before looking up and noticing Christine and Virginia walking up to her. Mom, I have to go. No, I promise I'll call you later. Okay, bye. Rachael ends her phone call and places her phone on the table as Christine extends her hand as she and Rachael shakes hands. Hello, Rachael. I'm Christine Silva, Megan Aquino's mother. Christine's statement completely surprises Rachael. Oh, wow. Jonathan told us you wanted to talk to our daughters. Oh my God, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Rachael quickly gestures at the empty chairs at her table. Please have a seat, she replies, still taken back. Virginia extends her hand to shake Rachael's hand before sitting down. I'm Jennifer's mother, Virginia. Please, both of you join me. Wow, what a coincidence. After Christine and Virginia place their purses on the table and sit down, Virginia glances at Rachael's business card. So, Rachael, tell us about this group you're trying to recruit our daughters into, she states. Well, it's pretty simple, Rachael replies. I'm helping to organize a young women's community organization to promote future community leaders. Who else is involved in your organization, Christine asks. District Attorney Marilyn Barron, Marjorie Rivers, and Christina interrupts Rachael from speaking. The Marjorie Rivers, she blurts out, smiling, and Virginia chuckles. Why, yes. What's the matter? Rachael asks, somewhat confused, noticing both mothers smirking. Oh, nothing, Virginia says. You both know her? Rachael asks, causing Christine to nod her head. Yes, we're all personal friends, Virginia says. And if Marjorie is involved in this, it must really be something. Christine chimes as both she and Virginia chuckle. Rachael, in all seriousness, you may want to pass on our daughters once you meet them, Virginia says with a straight face, forcing Rachael to look confused and frown. Why? What's wrong with them? She inquires, glancing back and forth at both mothers. Nothing. Let's just say most of the time our daughters like to go to the beat of their own drum, Christine states, smiling. But in a good way, if you follow our drift, Virginia says, to which Rachael, smirking, nods her head in agreement. Oh, I gotcha. I got you now. They're very independent thinkers. Rachael acknowledges. Well, that's exactly who we're looking to recruit. Virginia chuckles. This is a true story, Rachael. When Jennifer was 14, she attempted to emancipate herself when my husband and I were just thinking about a separation. Rachael, aghast, quickly covers her mouth. Oh no, you're kidding, right? I kid you not, and I usually don't share this story. Both my husband, Dwight, and I received a summons to appear at a preliminary hearing. Jennifer Lewis versus her parents, Virginia declares. She even researched and filed the papers all by herself, Christine says. Did you guys get it all resolved? Rachael asked, to which Virginia, holding up her hand, revealed her wedding ring. You see, I'm still married. 8 years later, Virginia quips, and my daughter's still with us. As all three women laugh and giggle, Jonathan walks up to their table with a tray of beverages, smiling. Well, I see you all met and are talking, he quips, while placing their beverages on the table. Here's one hot green tea, a hot chocolate, and your latte. Virginia briefly touches Jonathan's arm. Jonathan, can I ask you a personal question? Jonathan chuckles. Am I getting myself in trouble if I answer? He sarcastically asks. I just want to know if you, Christine immediately interrupts Virginia from speaking by clasping Virginia's forearm. Excuse me? Yes, you are Jonathan. I want to know whose bright idea it was to set our daughters up with a running tab, you or them. Christine demands, forcing Jonathan to wince before taking a deep breath. Well, it was the only thing we mutually could all agree on, he says. What does that mean? Christine curiously asks, forcing Jonathan to take a deep breath. Well, When I tried to pay them for all the work they did before I opened the coffee shop, they refuse. What work? Christine questions, appearing confused. They helped me out around here for about 6-7 months before I opened the shop. They helped paint, moved equipment, they helped me set up all my social media sites, and even helped design my marketing. I thought you knew. No, Christine responds in a short tone. We just found out about this today when Lisa's mother told us. Virginia, chuckling, then looked towards Rachel. See, Virginia says, this is what we were trying to tell you. I finally end up offering to equate the money owed up to them into a running tab, Jonathan explains. That's the only way I can get them to agree to settle the money issue. How long did that last? Christine asks. A little over a year. Then they started paying their bills by the month. Are there any other customers who have a running tab in your coffee shop? Virginia asks, smiling. As Jonathan shakes his head in the negative, Virginia looks towards Rachel, shrugs her shoulder, and smiles. Need we say more, Rachel? She quips, causing everyone but Christine to snicker. Have they ever missed a month or been late? Christine questions. And I'm speaking on behalf of the other mothers to the fact that these girls work part-time and don't have a lot of money to throw around, and Jennifer interrupts Christine from speaking. I completely understand your concern, Miss Silva, as well as the rest of the... Christine interrupts Jonathan from speaking. Please call me Christine, Jonathan. Jonathan nods his head. Christine, the answer to the first question is no, and no other customers have an open tab here at the coffee shop. And 2, they've never missed a payment or been late on paying, he says. Besides, they help bring in so much traffic into my coffee shop since it opened. I'll gladly pull the difference out of my own pocket if they're ever short. As Virginia and Rachel chuckle, Christine finally smirks and shakes her head. I've heard enough, Rachel says. I want to meet them as soon as possible and get them signed up in an organization. Christine, seemingly more relaxed, looks towards Jonathan. Jonathan, do me a big favor. Next time you see Megan, mention I came in and had coffee and you and I met, but don't mention the conversation we just had. Jonathan glances at the 3 women, somewhat confused. Trust me, just do it, Christine continues. And Rachel, I want you to be the one to tell the girls about our whole conversation when all of you meet, causing both Virginia and Rachel to smirk. Oh, I'd like to be a fly on the wall when that conversation takes place, Virginia chimes before chuckling. And where's your restroom, Jonathan? Christine inquires, suddenly standing up. It's in the rear of the coffee shop to the left down the hall, he says, briefly pointing towards the rear of the coffee shop. As Christine walks off, Virginia looks towards Rachel. Rachel, do you have an extra brochure about your organization I can have?
To learn more about Sam Aquino and the many other characters involved in these mysterious, intriguing, suspenseful, and coincidental fiction stories, purchase a copy of Private Investigations, Book 1 and Book 2, in one volume by visiting Dorrance Publishing, available both in softcover and ebook formats. Also available at Amazon Books and Barnes & Noble.